Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I wanted to give you guys a complete update office tour. Office because I recently moved about 30 plus plants into my office that already housed, I think like 20. So there's over 50 plants in this room now. And I just thought it's a very small space. And I just thought that it would be cool to kind of show you how I utilize a small space and decorate with plants and still work out of this room and record out of this room a lot of the time in the little space that I have. So let's do it. Let's get on into it, shall we? Disclaimer. We all know I don't know the names of plants. Don't judge. Okay, so when you walk into my office, it's right off the kitchen. We have some plants right away hanging on the wall. Now, I had a lipstick plant I had actually hanging over there before, and I since trimmed it all back and just propagated a few pieces because a lot of it was dying off. These are not that easy for me to keep alive. I don't know what it is. They're doing great. Can you guys see that little baby growing there? And then this is a new branch here just within the past couple weeks. And I love this propagation station my husband got me. He got it at Michael's, I think, and these jars, I think that they're just made to put like fake plants in, but I love them for propagating. They're so cute. The only downfall is that I have to take this piece off the wall and dump the water into the sink anytime I want to like refresh the water, but whatever, it's fine. But see the roots in there? They are loving their water life. So these might live here forever. They have gotten quite long on the bottom too. I just think it looks cute there. Above that is some photos of me with my kids and Jay. And then we come over here and this is actually the back door. So we have all of our like dog leashes and stuff hanging up there, collars, our hammock. And then I have a few plants in the window over here. So let's talk about that. Isn't this pretty? This is a painting I got from Jay's friend. He painted it for me. And I love the alocasia on there. They're so pretty. We have a little lemon lime peperomia here, and then we have some succulents here that are clearly trying to make their way to the light. Here's another succulent. Here is a lithop, is that what it's called? If you remember correctly, I actually killed one. One had like two sides on it that I had before and they were squishy and I thought it was dying, so I threw it out. Turns out that's the normal process for these things. Here is my variegated string of hearts that is actually doing really well. I say it's grown about by maybe half in size. Like these are new leaves here. It's so cute. It's loving its life there. Ooh, it's a little dusty. Moving up to here, hanging here is my Hoya Carnosa. Oh, what are you called? Tricolor? No, I don't know. Anyway, she was more full. I think I lost a couple pieces here because it's just really cold back here. But this piece has grown a ton. And of course, it's growing to the light. And then up here we have my Hoya Carnosa Green, which is doing really well. I just watered it. They're just hanging from the ceiling. And then over here, this is my Hoya. Oh, what are you called? Is there a tag in there? No, of course not. The leaves are real velvety. This is one of my favorites and it's doing great. This is all a new piece here. And then this is my Hoya Curt, just a leaf. It does not have a note or anything. It hasn't gotten any bigger or smaller. It hasn't died, so it stays there. Here's just a shelf of mine that I hung. It was supposed to go in a window, but it didn't fit in that window over there. And I didn't want to put it in front of these windows, so I just hung it up on the wall. But here's that propagation thing that I did a video on before. I had some string of hearts in there. Then I have some rewards up here I got from the Knot for photography. Mia. Jay took that picture in Puerto Rico. This was my dad's. He was in construction, so I kept it. The clock doesn't work, but it holds sentimental value. And then just my kids, and then that's from my daughter. Wait, let's read this. Coffee. Coffee makes you awake. Coffee makes you happy. Coffee makes you alive. So now you know the wonders of coffee. Stay awake, people, be happy. And Nicole, stay with your coffee. It's from my daughter. Kayla, she's funny. So I framed it because I loved it. This may be going on the Etsy shop soon. This is something that I made and I'm just over it. It's been here for a while and I just want to put something new here. So it was one of my first things I made. And this is actually not macrame cord. This is made with yarn. And then this is like that big, soft, fluffy yarn. But it is macrame stitch. I don't know. I might put it up there. Here is some mats. That one's darker because it was in front outside and it got gross. But we just keep our shoes on those. But I like the Monstera leaves. I got that at Target. Okay, here is my teak bench. These are all the plants that I moved into this room. So let's talk about them and see if we can get them to not be backlit. This right here is my Eritrea cactus, Euphorbia really. Here's my old man of the Andes cactus. He's so cool, isn't he? Here's a Euphorbia African Golden Candelabra. Got this in a plant swap. My ficus, you guys, I'm down to 2 leaves. I need some Ficus Audrey tips because she hates me. It had another stem. Jay bought it for me for my birthday last year, I think. I can't remember now. And I have like water in a dish down here for humidity. She's just finicky. There's some down there. It's my brain cactus and some more euphorbias. Back there's a little haworthia. How tiny is that pot? Then there's another euphorbia zigzag. Sorry about the light. Okay guys, check out the string of pearls. She is just doing great. Look at that. Oh, I can't believe how long she's gotten since I got her. I've never been able to keep a string of pearls alive, you guys, ever. Some cacti back there. There's a silver torch, and then I'm not sure what that one is. This one's just, I call him White Fuzzy Dude. The sand is a little brown around him from watering, so I probably have to top it off with some more. Here's my rat tail, which has gotten so big. So these spots on here, see this little piece? And then like here, over here, there's 2 growing. All those spots are where pieces broke off, and they're so resilient. They grow right back. Isn't he cool? The kids think he's creepy. I do too, but I'm all about creepy plants. These are from my mom's garden. Not my mom's garden. These are from my mom's house. Here are some Opuntias I got on a plant swap, and they're growing little babies. One there and one there. They love this window here, so they're super happy. There's a little barrel guy back there. And then we have this one, which those top 2 pads are new. I bought it with just those 2 pads. There's another cactus. Not sure of the genus name, but it's cool. I like it. This is my Madagascar palm, which its leaves are just, they've gotten so long. I didn't know that they got longer. I thought they just got more of them, but look at that. It's like taking over the bench. My sister-in-law bought this for me. I still can't remember the name of it, and I don't have a tag on it. It was like a fire stick or something. These little pieces on here were red in the summer when they had more sun, but it's still growing. Like, it's growing super wonky. It's on this stick because I can't control it. And then now it's also growing babies out of the sides. Look at that. And these are new, both of these, this one and this one. It's crazy. Yeah, these turn bright red in the summer. Here's another cactus. What are you? Cirrus Peruvian Monstros. Okay. The light just kind of stinks, you know? This is my Peperomia Hope, which is growing really, really weird. But it's got 2 babies down there. It just hangs off the shelf. Here's another cactus that Jay bought me. It was leaning way towards the light. I had to stake it up. So pretty. I love cacti, guys. Okay, back there in the fish bowl, can you see back there, is another one. Then we have my red torch. Their spines are a bright red. Ripsalis Cereoids. So cool. Dogtail cactus. It's just hanging right off the bench there. There's another euphorbia in back over there. This is a kalanchoe, and I can't remember what kind, but I got this on my plant shopping day with Becca in Arizona. I can't read it. Like, see how some of these are kind of crispy, falling off? But then there's new stems down here. Like, they keep growing. All this is new over here. So it's still doing great. I just think that it's dying back from the growth from the summer. And I have it on that moss pole just to kind of have it lean, because it does have aerial roots, but it doesn't grip onto anything, which is kind of weird. Okay, let's go to this corner. This is my desk. There's not a lot of room in here, but there's the teak bench. And then there's my office space. And it kind of looks bigger on camera than it is, but it's like elongated. So there's the other side. So we'll get to that in a second. So right over here is my elephant ear, which this is a brand new leaf. It loves this spot. It like sucks all the light from that window. One of the plants I saved from outside from the polar vortex. Here's a Peperomia Parallel, doing good. I love those leaves. They look like little half watermelons. Then I have my printer under my desk because there's nowhere else for it to go. And then we have a Haworthia hanging in the window there on that macrame. And then here, this is like my jewelry thing. All the jewelry I own, guys. I'm very minimal. I have all my post earrings and stuff like in this little cactus shot glass. My daughter made me this little sock buddy. There's like rice in there or something. And then I have plants up there. There's my Hoya. What are you? What are you? My daughter made that. It's in the Etsy shop. Here's my bracelets. And this is a string of raindrops, I think, because the foliage, I guess you call them, are different than the pearls. They're a little bit more pointy, which is doing good. Got that hanging there. These butterfly traps also, guys, I'm sure someone will ask, those are fungus gnat traps. I just put out some new ones because I'm testing this watering method that I'm doing. I did hydrogen peroxide and water, and I think that it worked completely. I haven't seen any so far in the past 2 days. This is my donkey's tail. This one's a little leggy, but I've had this probably for the past 4 years, and it's my favorite. Oh, I love it so much. I've repotted it so many times. This is my Hoya something splash. It looks like it has like speckles on it. And this has grown so much. This whole thing here, it's wrapping around this other dowel for another plant. I'm gonna do a project with this one soon when I can repot it. And then I have my Hoya, what are you? I forget. I can't remember the names, guys. I'm sorry. I guess it's variegated, but it's like light green, white, and dark green. It's like a little Hoya cluster. There's my candle. I don't have it lit. Oh my gosh, but the smell is so good. Southern Magnolia from Bath & Body Works. My coffee, my phone, my earbuds. Stuff's always there. These decals I ordered on Etsy. If you guys are interested, let me know. I'll leave a link in the description. I love them. They're so cute. And I love my mouse pad. Okay, up here is just a drawing my daughter made. Letterboard picture. This embroidery hoop I ordered on Etsy. I will leave her link in the description. She's awesome. And then I got my little shelf up here. I drew that. I'm so proud of myself. It's really nothing that serious, but I love it. That's a peperomia of some sorts. That's actually loving that spot. Here's another Hoya. This is my, I can't remember how to say it, Obovata splash. Oh God, I'm so bad at names. My clock, my planner. This is my Philodendron Brazil. That is looking super cute there. I'm just noticing how cute that is. This is my teddy bear vine, which is doing so well. It's grown so much. I got this in a plant swap too. This is my Peperomia. I forget, but I just watered it yesterday, but she's still being a little extra with puckering her leaves. Unpucker. That's what I use to mail out my USBs for my weddings. So that's there. My calendar. Look at all those days off, you guys. Ooh-wee. How exciting. This is not doing that great. I think it needs way more humidity than it gets. I spritz it every day, but Jay bought this for me and it's like a bonsai of sorts. And it's just not doing that well. Although she did say it would drop leaves and it does have new growth up here. So I know that it's like even here, like this is all new, but it's so finicky. It almost reminds me of a fern. And we all know how I feel about ferns. I think it's gorgeous. I love it, but it's just difficult. It's being difficult. Here's my Micans, which I also watered yesterday, and it's still being a little extra with its leaves. Like, why are you curled up, dear? But the leaves on this is just, they're so velvety. That's my desert rose that is now in dormancy. It does have a few new leaves that are trying to pop out. I don't know what it's doing down here too, but she's supposed to be sleeping. It definitely won't flower till summer from what I've read. I've done a lot of research on it. Here is my Ficus Elastica. Ooh, you are being squished. This has started to grow a new leaf here. It's popped out these little babies down here. Finally, after like 2 years. It wasn't doing anything and now it's happy. I need more humidity in this room though. I know these plants need some more humidity. Here's my Cactus Gardens. I need to clean this up. This is dead. This was just a succulent that died, so I need to take that out. But other than that, everything else is doing really well. Like there's like aloe growing through the cactus. They're doing really well. I did more research and I think that it might just be sunburn because it hasn't spread at all. So I'm not worried about it. I love those. Those are two of my favorites. I have a Hawaiian salt lamp that really gives a nice ambient glow at nighttime in here. And then I have my Hoya Curt TCI that's just placed on top of some sphagnum moss. Oh, I love this plant. Look at those little baby roots. My Schefflera, variegated Schefflera. This has gotten so big. It's huge. I don't even know what to say about that, but this is gonna end up being a big tree. I've been in people's houses, see the branches on there, where like they have these gigantic ones in the corner of their room, and I'm just so excited for it to get that big. I just repotted this actually. Here's my little warty. It's doing good. Growing a little crooked. This Opuntia is just, she don't even, I mean, look at that. Clearly she's screaming out, give me more light. But I've put her in the window and she still stretches like this. It's so funny. I don't care. Like I said, I like wonky plants. So if she wants to grow crazy, she can do that. I'm giving her enough light. I don't even want to hear it. I mean, if I get grow lights, she'd be the first one I put under it though. All right, there's Mia with the horses in Arizona. And here's my regular string of hearts that is so happy up there. It's maybe I'd say like 5 feet pulled back from the light, and it just keeps growing. Like it's growing into my Monstera Adansonii. Look at this. Look at this. I curled her up earlier, but she must have found her way out of where I put it. There we go. Just want her to kind of hang out there. Oh, untangling these are just not fun. Here's my Adansonii, you guys. She huge. These branches or stems or whatever are like wrapped around the moss pole. So they're probably 3 times the size of what it looks like. This one just couldn't be contained anymore and it's just growing straight out. These over here are starting to get stuck in my drawer. So I'm gonna need to trim this girl back and propagate some more because she's just all over the place. I love it though. Okay. Let's take a step back and look at the full office. There it is, guys. That's my office. So it's not that huge, but I make it work for multiple purposes. And we brought this teak bench in here because we needed a place to put the Christmas tree, but this is gonna stay here because they get so much light that I just feel they're so much happier there. All I need is like 2 Lavoites in this room, and this would be a greenhouse in like 2 seconds. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me in this new office space tour. I know a lot of you guys have requested this video for quite some time, but I just needed to get things in order. I needed to see what could fit in here, and I finally got it done. So I thought I would give you a little tour of my new space, and I'm excited to see how much these grow in here with all this light. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And if you have any, requests or anything you saw in here, if you want me to link it below, just let me know. I'm not going to, but if you want anything that you saw in my office, I could try to find it for you and link it below. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Hit the subscribe bell. It'll be in one of these spots so you can get notified every time I post a video like this. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.